Well, g'day guys, welcome to the channel, and well, my scratchy old voice at the moment. I haven't done any clips lately because, well, the last week I've had laryngitis, and we had, myself and Kimmy had a really bad dose of the flu after a lovely 4-day cruise on Princess. So it was Princess Splendor, actually, the ship. It was great. It was a 40th birthday party for my son, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good until we until we come back, and it's laid me up. So that's why there's been no videos, and at the moment I don't feel like doing a video. Certainly not that TV over there behind me, wherever it is. That one over there. There you go. Now I can see it. And, well, the W50 Trio amplifier. We're getting there, but that's going to be next week's. I want to be a lot more switched on than what I am now to do those. So today's going to be a very simple little video. It's a timer. So, yeah, there's not much to it, but there isn't. I don't know whether this thing works. We're probably not going to hook it up. We might, but it's vintage. It's very, very old school, and I thought you guys may be interested and shed some light on this as well as to what it is, what it was used in or for way back in the day, and have a look at what's inside it. I'm, well, like any tech, love pulling things apart. So let's have a closer look, and well, I hope you enjoy this short but maybe interesting video, and then next week we can get stuck back into it once I get my voice back, well, properly anyway. Okay, have a look at this. Okay, so here we go, guys. As you can see, bit of a chunky timer. It's not really a 555, that's for sure. And let's take a closer look. It seconds. It goes all the way up to 10 seconds. And very tight, but adjustable. Right down to 0.1 of a second. So, yeah. We've got 100 milliseconds there. 500 milliseconds. Or 0.5 and 0.1. And 1 second. It's a timing unit. Vena Electronics Limited. Now, not much to see on it. There is a port here where obviously wiring. At the back, well, possibly 2 mounting bolts go in there. So I'm not real sure of where anything goes or what's inside it. It's quite heavy. It'd be, well, half a kilo at least. So, let's have a look. Now, if you guys can tell me where this would have been used. Obviously for timing something, but, I mean, when you get down to 100 milliseconds, it must have been something that should have been fairly precise, you would think. Okay, let's get the screws out. Alright, let's get them out and see what's behind here. This came in, it was in a job lot that I purchased, and I thought, well, it might make a video. Right, here we go. We have a potentiometer, wire wound potentiometer, 10K, by Colvin Limited. There you go. Now, let's have a look at the specs on this. Okay, so it's made in England, but was distributed in Australia by those people. Okay, Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide and Brisbane by H. Rowe and Company. Sole distributors for Australia. Now, in here, a very big capacitor, 250 volt, 600 volt working. So, can't see much. There's a 22k resistor down in there. Obviously, just the cap. I don't know whether it's something across it. I don't know what it is. It's probably a bleed resistor or something. This could have been for starting a motor, maybe. A very, very old school relay here. An old leaf relay. So, yeah, that's, and it says 1,300 ohm written on the relay coil. Okay, and down in the bottom here, we have a chart, which is pretty good. Now, getting this bit out, well, obviously, there's something here in the back that keeps everything together. Okay, so up the top here, we also have a thumb screw that you can actually lock this. If you put it on for 2 seconds, you can lock it down so that no one can turn it. Very well made. But anyway, let's have a look at what else is inside. 2 fairly big screws here. There's those 2. I'll go for the centre ones and see what we can find. Right, now I think this may cause something. Yes, it's coming out. And this is, yeah, a nuisance. They're not very long leads on it. Here we go. And here we are. Whoa, okay. We have a socket in the back. Okay, a few things in there. We have remains of a spider lair in there. Okay, and we'll take a better picture of this and I'll flatten that out for you and we'll have a look at that. And here, well, some spider eggs, but I think they're long gone. Relay there, old school relay, and we've got a valve here. We've got an EN91 or a 2D21, made in Great Britain, and it's a mallard. Okay. We've got some sort of preset potentiometer here. I'd like to get a circuit of this. And here, nice big black cap. It's probably a, I don't know, 2 mic, 1 on mic or 2 mic or something. Resistor, don't know what that is, probably a cap. Another fairly chunky resistor, a 10k. And already I've pulled the red wire off the pot there. Now I'm going to take a picture of this and unsolder the wires so that we can get rid of this front panel. Otherwise, yeah, another one will come off and then I won't know which way around it was. Back shortly. Righto guys, well this will make it a fair bit easier to manipulate. Now obviously here there's a relay, contacts, very old school relay, and I'd say this is switching 240 volts in, well, somehow. there's some wires. I'll just get rid of the spider webs. There's some wires running from it up into the socket, or the plug rather, that's mounted on there at the back. So I don't know whether it's this relay here that's doing the switching. Been some pretty wild AC current on there, I would say, by the look of that. Yeah, this is probably the AC switching relay, and this is probably, well, I don't know, pre-driver relay, or this relay runs this one, or, well, without a circuit, we don't really know. Probably power transformer. It doesn't seem to be a choke. Lots of wires coming out of it, so I would say it's a power transformer, probably for the, well, I don't know, what's the filament of a 2D21 or an EN91. I haven't, this is the first time I've opened this, so we'll go and get a sheet on this, a PDF sheet, and find out what this is. Looks like a very simple little, well, little triode of some description. No, there's more than that. Yeah, actually, there's a little 7-pin device. So, anyway, we'll have a look at that. This capacitor here, 2 microfarad at 250 volt, and it's not, well, I don't think it's an electrolytic. There's nothing marking it, so it's metallized, it says, so it's just a metal cap. If that's okay, we'll leave it in there. This fella, don't know yet, but haven't got there. And this big fella, now there was a little one here, a 1.5 meg, 2 watt across the cap. So that's our drain for the cap, just drains out excess voltage that's sitting on it. Okay, 2 mic at 250 volts AC, 600 volt working. Right, and some sort of preset, old school preset. Relay, well, can we see anything in there? There you go. Yeah, it doesn't mean much to me, any of that stuff. Once again, you guys, if you know where there's a circuit for this, we're going to get this working, and we're going to sit it on the bench for an AC timer. Why not? I mean, yeah, you can do it with a solid-state relay on a 555 and 10 cents worth of parts. It's just not this, though. So we'll go back to, now we'll go back to the case and have a look in here. The connection diagram, well, there it is. As I said, I'll get a better picture of this. But more interesting, if I can get rid of the spider webs and everything up here, is a little bit about it. Okay, we'll get the picture on there if we can. So obviously contacts is 250 volts. It'll, 250 volts AC, 50 volts DC at 5 amps. Okay, the whole thing runs on 250 volts, 50 cycle. And, well, there it is. It's a type ETDR 0.01/10/A/A, made in England. So if you guys can give me any insights into this one, but meanwhile we'll be doing some research on this as well, so hopefully I can get a circuit from somewhere. And here's our terminal block, and of course our leads go in the side there, and there we are, and it's labelled 1 to 7, and there's our block diagram down here, 1 to 7. Normally open, normally close contacts for the relay. Up here, a start and stop, a neutral and live in. So all that looks pretty self-explanatory. If I can get a better picture for you. There you go. Bit shady on the lighting there. It's probably the best I can do at the moment. Let's see, can I get the camera up a bit and we can get a bit more light in there? No. Oh, you never know. If I get it over here. There you go. There we go. That's about the best I can do for you. But you can see it's a fairly straightforward little design. And, well, this is the socket. The two screws that I took out is actually on this socket. You don't have to take them out. It just unplugs off this. So, yeah, when I took it apart, we didn't have to take those out. Certainly not. So they can go back in, mounts in there. Okay, guys, there it is. Vena Electronics timer, serial number H7446 in there as well. I didn't mention that, so maybe that means something, a year or something along those lines. Righto, guys. We're going to get this all working. I'm going to do more research, and I'm going to come back when my voice is a little bit less scratchy. She's starting to chuck it in. So, yeah, if you like it, thumbs up, subscribe if you want to follow the next part of this, and please give us some feedback on this one. If you've been part of using one of these, if you know what it was used for, let me know. Okay, guys, until next time, which won't be too long, be next week, we'll catch you then. Bye for now.